Hello friends and family of YouTube. Well, today I am out in the woods and I am going green. I'm cutting up a tree to warm up my house. And as I was out here cutting up this tree, I got to thinking, you know, there are cities that tell you not to burn firewood in your home to stay warm. But yet they will tell you to turn your utilities, turn your thermostat down 3 degrees and change out your light bulbs and all this stuff, but they don't want you to burn firewood. Seems crazy to me. Let me show you what I'm working on today. I'll show you the other end of the tree, show you the big end here in just a second. If you see all that firewood laid up on the ground there that I cut up, the only thing it's really going to waste, as you can see, the tree limbs from the very top of the tree, and there's a little bit over here. Most of this right here was rotten because the tree did have some problems at the base of it. Matter of fact, I'll show you that too. And so when this tree started dying at the root base, the top started rotting out. So that right there is really not any good. But man, I tell you what, if you want to go green, the best thing you can do is burn firewood. And it's a good way to save money on your utilities too. And here's the stump. You can see where the tree had a hard time over the last probably 10 years or so. I'm gonna tell you what, you can take this stuff on the inside of this stump. See how we got this fine material. I'll tell you what, you can use that in your garden for seed starting. Boy, you won't find anything better than that right there. That is some good stuff. What I'll do is I'll bring a bucket down here. Probably need 2 or 3 buckets and a small shovel. Get some of that, and man, I can use that in the garden. Grow me some good food. But yeah, this tree started rotting from the inside out down here at the base, and you can see it broke over. I didn't even have to cut the tree down. It put itself down for me. Now, the other good thing about doing firewood, like I said, you do save a lot of money on utilities. My winter electric bill, just the electric portion, is only about $50 during the winter time. But that's because I take a hot shower every day. But this is also good for working out. So like if I come out here and I bend over and I pick that log up, carry it to my truck and set it down and take the splitter and split that thing up into smaller pieces, I'm getting a lot of good cardio. I'm getting some workout by heavy lifting. So it comes in handy for more ways than one. So a lot of people spend anywhere from 25 to 40 bucks a month at a gym. This is my gym and it's free and it pays me to use it. And I'm still fat. This right here might be one of the best things about going green. Got me a cast iron skillet with some homemade chili in there. Got it going on this fire. This wood stove, man, that's gonna be some good eating right there. About another hour, I'll be ready to wear that out. And I made me some barbecue a few days ago, smoked it outside, and of course used firewood to do that, so I didn't have to use any utilities on that as well. And when I got tired of eating barbecue for days, I just cut up the barbecue, and that's what I used for the meat and the chili. Let me show y'all something funny I got going on here. Look at this big old teddy bear. So I was walking down the road and this teddy bear was in a ditch. Somebody had thrown him away. Look at that sucker. He is 4 foot tall. So I got on my phone and I was checking to see what these things were selling for on eBay. And man, these things are bringing anywhere from 25 bucks all the way up to 100 a quarter. So I'm going to put him on the Craigslist and see if I can't get 40 bucks for him here right at Christmas time. Man, I ought to be able to sell that thing pretty quick. But what was funny was me walking down the road toting a 4 foot tall teddy bear. I'm sure if anybody looked out their window and saw what was going on, they thought, man, that dude is nuts. Let me show y'all part of my house that I've been, I should have turned the light on before I did this, but anyway, I've been doing a little remodeling in the house and did that, I don't know, it's probably been a couple of months ago, and keep meaning to show it to you and I keep forgetting to. But those are some of my favorite pieces that I've collected over the years, especially the cast iron skillets. Love me some cast iron. If you're not familiar with what that round thing is down here at the end of the hall, That is what they call a stool fan. And I'm a collector of those. I've got probably 6 of them. And the good of these fans is they don't just blow in one direction. They blow in a circular form. Let me set it out a little bit and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so like if that was in the middle of a room, instead of just the air blowing one way, it blows all the way around in a circle. So if you ever run across one of those fans at a flea market, a yard sale or something, snag that up. Anytime I've put one up for sale, which is not very often, but anytime I put one up for sale, those things sell really quick. I get anywhere from $40 on up for those. So sometimes you'll find them at a yard sale and the people don't really know what they got, and you'll buy it for $2 or $3. So keep an eye out for that. Somewhere around Monday night, around 7:30, I think it was, I was taking me a nap and my big lazy boy, I heard boom, pow, 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 pow. I'm thinking, man, what the hell was that? Oh my goodness. So I'm trying to get my act together from just waking up, get the flashlight, go outside, start looking around, hearing all kinds of critters and varmints scurrying around the leaves. Got my gun. I'm going to kill anything that gets in my way. Man, I don't know what in the world just went on. Golly. Man, there's some wild people out here and wild animals, and I got to defend myself. So, in case you don't know, like this is one of the first episodes of my channel you ever watched. My mom lives next door and my brother lives behind me. And so as I'm outside looking for the intruders or murderers or whatever these folks are, I get phone calls from them, so they heard it too. And so I thought, well, the best thing I can do is I need to go in the house and I need to wait it out till tomorrow and kind of investigate during the daytime. So the next day came around and I went outside, and me and the neighbor, we walked up and down the street looking for bullet casings, because I figured the first thing I heard, I felt like was a sawed-off shotgun, you know, the boom, and that's what woke me up. And then, you know, there was pow, 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 and that sounded like a 38 special or maybe a 9mm or something. Anyway, I was hoping it was a pistol that had kicked out the bullets, you know, as the gun was firing. Kicked out the shells, rather, so that I could at least find the casings and kind of, you know, maybe there'd be some fingerprints on it or something that I could tell the police about. But, you know, I didn't even call the cops the night that it happened, because I thought, I don't have any evidence other than the fact that, you know, I heard something and my family heard something too. But we didn't have any windows that were shot out or any of that stuff. So anyway, the next day during the daytime, when we're looking around, me and the neighbors trying to find some of the casings, and we walked all the way up and down the road, couldn't find any. And we looked at the houses all in this corner here, and none of the houses had any damages done to them. None of the vehicles had any damages done. So it was like, man, these dudes, whoever did this drive-by, had the worst aim of any gun shooting known to mankind. I don't know how you could shoot that 12 gauge or whatever that, it may have been a cannon, you know, but how did you not hit something with that initial fire? So today is Sunday as I'm filming this now. So all week long, it's just been like, you know, man, what are we going to have? Are we going to have this kind of thing going on? Retaliation for whatever reason these people were out here doing this. Are they going to continue doing it? Are they going to come back for more since they didn't accomplish whatever they were out to accomplish? Are they going to try to get further revenge for whatever they're upset about? And so when all this time, like I say, Monday and today is Sunday, so 6 days of wondering what in the world's going on. Well, today I was talking to another neighbor, and I had been walking Muppy, and so as I'm standing there on the street corner in front of my house, I'm talking to the neighbor, and I happen to look up, and I see a squirrel up in the telephone pole, and as he's up on the wires, and I'm looking at him, and he's upside down, and I'm thinking, man, why ain't that thing moving? God, he's been staying still like that for 10, 15 seconds now that I've noticed him up there, and I looked up a little more, and the longer I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, he's dead. So then it finally dawned on me. I was like, man, I know what it is. That's the drive-by shooter. That's the drive-by shooter we heard the other night. The initial boom, that was him getting electrocuted. And then as his body is flailing back and forth on the wires, that's the pow, 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 you know. So it made total sense when I saw him up there, and I've never witnessed anything like that before. So sure enough, I went on YouTube. Now y'all can too. Anyway, I went on YouTube and I watched some videos of squirrel getting electrocuted, or whatever the title of the video was. And sure enough, man, it was just like what I had heard while I was sitting there peacefully taking my nap. But I'm glad, I am really glad that it was nothing major, because man, when you go for 6 days thinking you've done had some kind of wild shootout in front of your house, you know, that's kind of a scary thought, we have to admit. But the only thing I can figure with, I did hear a car speed off, but I will say this, that it sped off like 6, maybe 8 seconds after all of the, you know, sounds were going. So I would imagine the car was probably coming up the street and saw all these sparks flying and stuff, and they probably stopped and watched it go on. And then once the fireworks from the electrical line stopped, then they probably sped off. And I can't blame them. You know, I would too, because, you know, with all those sparks flying and stuff, they probably didn't feel safe being anywhere near it, so they took off. I live on my road is shaped like a L, so I am right at the corner of that L. So I can imagine the car was coming down the street. They got to that point, they stopped, they watched all the fireworks, and then when it stopped, they sped off in a hurry to get away from it. So it all adds up now, because there's no way that squirrel got electrocuted and us not hear it any other time. So that had to be what it was. And I'll even show you, I'll show you a picture right here of the squirrel. Well, I know a lot of you like to hear me tell the stories and stuff, and man, I love true stories. I don't ever tell fake stories. I love true stories, and to me, those are the best. And we had another good one. Folks, I appreciate y'all spending some time with me today. If y'all would, share this video with your friends. I have got to make this channel grow. I have got to get this channel off the ground. I have been hovering around 125 to 200 views per video for way too long. I mean, I've been doing this for years and years and years and years, and this channel is this big. So for me to finally get this thing off the ground would really be sweet. That'd be the greatest thing I could ever ask of y'all to do. If you could, just please share this video with somebody you think it might get a kick out of it. Folks, I appreciate y'all spending some time with me today. Hope to see y'all again real soon. Leave me some comments. See y'all. Bye-bye.